Probably more than most people. I mean, I got heckled the first time I ever got on stage. That was terrible.
What happened?
I got on stage, I touched the microphone, and some lady was just like, "Are you even 18?" And then I fumbled through my set. It was terrifying. It was the worst. Like, that's the worst thing that could happen to you. Like, the first time you do comedy. Just get heckled immediately. You don't know what to do. Yeah. It's terrible.
I did an Adam Connie show at the Second Wind off Navajo. And there was a heckler. It was a competition. So everyone was, on their toes, ready to knock it out of the park. And this woman was heckling from before Adam even got on stage. You can just tell she was going to be trouble. And me and one dude that I've not seen since, we were just like, I hope I'm up first. We just were waiting for the opportunity. Now, of course, this is me a year and a half down the line with a little bit more experience on riffing. And I get on stage 3 or 4 comics in, and she starts talking, and she starts overwhelming me, and I just go off on how she looks like one of the puppet characters from The Dark Crystal. This like Jim Henson type movie, like someone from The Labyrinth. And she didn't like that, and I made fun of the fact that she was a mother out on a Wednesday night, and her kids, blah, 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 blah. I was just trying to piss her off, and somehow I was weaving it into jokes that were somehow relevant. It made me sound way more chauvinistic than it should have, but I was able to ride the wave out.
I was at Madhouse, and I did this joke. Drugs are bad unless you're a drug dealer, then they're profitable. And then someone was like, "Yeah, they are." And I was like, "Oh, what are you, a drug dealer?" They're like, "No, I'm a cop." Applause break. Applause, what the fuck am I supposed to? That was the worst thing. Yeah. And then I was done with my set. The light was already on, and I think I said I was talking about being a criminal earlier, and I was like, everything I said was a joke, ha ha ha. And they won. They defeated me. I got heckled.
And they applauded your heckle.
Yeah, they got an applause break.
Right.
She disappeared for a couple comics. She comes back after 2 or 3 comics, and she's right at the same spot in the bar, and she walks by me. She's like, "You were funny. You were hilarious. Oh my god." See, I stopped heckling you because I do that to bring the show. I gotta put you on your game, man. And she was rationalizing it as in, I'm heckling you because I'm making you guys better. I'm heckling you because this is such a boring show in my selfish mind that I don't see that other people are enjoying it anyway. I'm heckling you. And then she goes on to say, I'm friends with Pauly Shore. I grew up with Pauly. I do that to him all the time at the comedy store. It's the entire time I'm just biting my tongue oh, I hate you, bitch.
It was the first time I ever performed at Till 2. I went up, I did my set, and there was this lady heckling throughout the entire show. And after it was done, I was going to get off stage, and Gordon, the host, was like, "Yeah, just stay up here." And then he brought this chick up on stage to do a joke off with me. So we were both going to tell a joke and see who was funny or something. So I went up, I told my joke. I don't remember what joke I told. And then she went to tell her joke, and her teeth fell out. She had dentures, and they just fell out of her mouth. So I crumpled to the floor in laughter and slid against the wall. And there was an explosion of laughter from the crowd because a woman's teeth fell out of her mouth. I feel like it's funnier than what I just said. I feel like I'm not good at telling stories.
But when it happened, people died, though.
Dude, it was...
Gordon said that.
Gordon said it's the funniest thing that's ever happened at Tilted. Don't quote me on that.
Please don't heckle. I don't think anyone appreciates it. I don't think there's ever been a show ever where someone goes up to the heckler after and is like, "Hey, good job, man. Way to go. You killed it. You knocked it out of the..." No one's ever gone up to a heckler like that. If you think you're helping, you're just drunk. You may be a narcissist, maybe you love the center of attention. It's a me type situation that you got to figure out for yourself, but understand that other people go to that show to enjoy themselves. And it's very, very, very off-putting to have someone that can overpower you, just kind of throw you off rhythm.
What would you say to all the hecklers out there?
Fucking stop!
What is the problem with heckling?
Well, but see, I don't even have a huge problem with heckling because I can do well with hecklers most of the time because it's when you're on stage or when I'm on stage, I'm telling my jokes, but when you're interacting with another person, that's more natural for me. So it's I'm probably funnier than this random drunk stranger. I usually do okay. Some of my best sets have been involving hecklers or just crowd work, I guess.
What I learned recently is let them give the audience rope, as in rope to hang themselves. Don't just attack them right away. Sometimes they say something, but it's only in the front row, and not everyone in the front row hears it. Let them kind of be a nuisance. It's good practice for whatever it's worth, being dynamic and getting used to dealing with, something you didn't plan for anything in life, regardless of, stand-up or work or life or whatever. But if it becomes a point to where you can see other people are visibly agitated, people are churning, they're looking, they're getting annoyed, then you got all this rope to just hang the motherfucker, and I recommend practice that.
Let's wrap it up then. Final thoughts about hecklers. You saying do your thing.
No, okay. Don't heckle. It fucks up the show. You're not helping. You're a piece of shit.